Hi everyone, it's Rachel back with the Shades of Orange. Today I want to review The Haunted by Danielle Vega. This is a young adult horror novel about a girl that moves to a new town with her parents. She is trying to get a clean start and move past what happened with her ex-boyfriend, which is slowly revealed over the course of the novel. They of course move into an old house, which means that it is of course haunted. And so the story is involving her getting to a new school, making new friends, and investigating what is happening with the house because, as you would expect, things start to get creepy and weird, and definitely some strange things are happening within her house, and the story goes from there. I picked up this book because I'm such a huge fan of the author's previous book, The Merciless. You know I love that one. And I went into this one expecting it to not be quite as good because The Merciless, if you don't know, is a horror possession / exorcism story, which is one of my favorite subgenres, while this one is of course about a haunted house, which isn't my personal taste. So I didn't think it was going to be quite as good, but I was still disappointed by it. My main complaint is the fact that it is a stereotypical YA horror, meaning that it falls into all the usual tropes. And so you have a story where, even though it is categorized as being a horror story, the coming of age, contemporary, and romance aspects of the book supersede the horror, which is a big complaint for me. There's also a love triangle, which is always something that makes me roll my eyes. There is also a stereotypical bad boy and all those things that I just don't enjoy in my horror stories. I am a bit hit or miss when it comes to young adult horror in general, but because it was Danielle Vega and I thought that The Merciless did such a good job of avoiding those tropes, of writing a young adult book that really superseded the classification of age and was really a book that I think anyone could read regardless of how old they are. I was hoping that this book would do the same thing. Unfortunately, it didn't. It read like so many young adult horror books I've read before, and it was just a tired story. I didn't particularly like it. There were a few moments that were a little bit gorier or more gruesome than you would typically see in YA, but for the most part, it was very safe. I didn't really find it creepy, and I just didn't quite care enough about her and her friends, which was the large part of the book. It is a very short book, coming in just over 250 pages, so I was able to fly through it, and I think you will as well. So if you're looking for a really fast horror book to read and you don't mind those young adult tropes, if you're someone who reads young adult books normally, then you might want to check this one out. If you're like me and only dip into young adult books every once in a while, you might want to skip this one. It just was, again, disappointing. So that's it for this video. I would love for you to share your thoughts down below. Let me know if you're planning on picking up this book, or if you already have, I'd love to hear your thoughts as long as you keep them spoiler free. Otherwise, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me with those YouTube algorithms. And as always, I will talk to you again soon. Thanks. Okay, bye.